How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel for the second time today. It's happened again. I brought a video out and about half an hour later, Sky Sports Yellow Box, breaking news: Nicolas Pepe agrees terms and a medical due in the next couple days. You don't wanted to see it, so here it is. I'm going to give you enough time to get the screenshot or whatever you need to get. But I'm happy right now. I can't even lie to you. Does it solve all of our problems? No. But going into the summer, our main issues was defensively, of course, and a lack of width. I put them equal to each other. I put them side by side in terms of issues at Arsenal Football Club. The only thing is, since the news broke and since the WhatsApp groups have got news of it and whatnot, a lot of people online are saying, oh, so you're happy now? Defence is not sorted. And I understand that it's not. And I'm happy to a certain extent. Because at the end of the day, Nicolas Pepe, he's a guy that I didn't expect to get him with Europa League football. He was the one I wanted on the wings, but as soon as we lost to Chelsea, like I said in my previous video, I thought that was that for that level of player. I know he's not a world beater yet, but look at what he's done at Lille over the last season or two. He's evidently been stepping it up, and look at his stats from last season: 22 goals, 11 assists. He's the only other player behind Messi that got above 20 goals and above 10 assists in Europe's top 5 leagues. So if he's not ready for the next step up, who is? Do you know what I mean? So first and foremost, I can't lie, I'm actually slightly gassed about this signing, especially being someone I wanted. Going into this summer, it was Koulibaly at the back and Pepe for the wings. That would have been my ideal two signings. Koulibaly, very difficult considering we didn't get Champions League, but it is what it is. Nicolas Pepe, out of nowhere, within 3-4 days, deal agreed, personal terms agreed, medical due. This is how it should work. This is how signings should be done. Let's lay a marker. Let's stamp our authority. Let's show the world that Arsenal Football Club is a big football club, regardless of Champions League or Europa League right now. At the end of the day, that's for the short term. We all expect Arsenal to climb back up and be in the elite European competition. We all expect Arsenal to be fighting for titles again, eventually. So we need to fix these issues we have at the football club slowly. And yes, this summer, I've been very vocal about Kroenke, and I've been very vocal about the way we've been run. And best believe it's not over yet. Like these rumours on Pepe, the Ceballos signing, the Saliba signing, the potential Tierney signing, all great, all good news, and potentially makes for a good to great transfer window, considering how we was at the end of last season and how it's been looking so far this window. So this is why there is a smile on my face. I can't lie to you. Nicolas fucking Pepe, like that is a big name, and that is someone that's gonna grow at this club. And again, I'm speaking like it's done. And at Arsenal Football Club, nothing is done until they're holding up the shirt. But this is a life of an Arsenal fan. The fact that it's so close, the fact that it's been broken on Sky Sports, the fact that it's broken on all major news platforms over the last couple of days kind of highlights how near it is or how close it is to happening. It can always be gazumped, it can always fall through. Look at Bale to China. Obviously, that's a bit of a different deal, but things do happen where just at the last minute deals do fall through. So fingers crossed that this deal in the next couple of days is done, because like I said, our wings have been such a problem, and the debates I've been having with everyone, yes, defence it's always been an issue. For the past decade, it's been an issue. But don't let the time it's been an issue cloud your judgment on what we need at Arsenal Football Club. Yes, we need a centre-back. 150% we need a centre-back, but we also need wingers. We've got a whole heap of centre-backs that are not good enough. Whereas with the wingers, we have no width, no out-and-out wingers, no players that want to be started out wide. And this summer, Reece Nelson coming back in, homegrown, loves Arsenal Football Club, and someone I'm really hoping kicks on, really hoping he kicks on. And to add Pepe to that, our wings are not sorted yet, far from, because that is still two wingers coming in for two positions. But at the end of the day, it's movement in the right direction by Arsenal Football Club. And that's what I like to see. With the transfer window coming to an end, Kroenke is not going to sell up right now, but the pressure still needed to be applied. And I believe it still needs to be applied, considering money and spending is not the be-all and end-all issue of the Kroenkes. At the end of the day, moving on to next summer, if all these deals do go through in the next 2 weeks and we get Pepe, Tierney, and potentially a centre-back, then I'll be happy with who we've brought in the summer, not how we've done it, because I still feel like we needed to be a bit more proactive this window and get some names in to embed into the squad, to be a part of the pre-season, to really galvanise fans and hope and ambition moving on to next season. Obviously, we've taken a little while. In hindsight, is it worth the wait? With Nicolas Pepe, in my opinion, it is. Because like I said, I really didn't have no idea that we could get this guy. No idea. I always said, let's try for him. Because at the end of the day, not many other clubs have been trying for him so far. And in the end, we did that. In the end, we were fighting a club that's in the Champions League with Napoli. But with players from Africa, Italy's not the best place to go to, I'll be honest. You know what I mean? With all the mess that the Italian FA's created over there with their racial issues over the past few years, and it's been a historical problem over there. London is a much better fit for Nicolas Pepe. It's a much better environment for him to be happy, to thrive, and I'm hoping that's exactly what he does at Arsenal Football Club, is thrive, because he has the platform. Do you know what I mean? He has the platform. He's going to be given a first team spot. He's going to be our record transfer. He's 24 years of age. He's someone that he comes in and automatically improves our squad. Do you know what I mean? Yes, we still have defensive frailties, but one thing at Arsenal Football Club, one thing people who watch football need to understand. I did say loosely earlier that attack is the best form of defence. Now, that doesn't hold in all scenarios, but what it does do is, I'm going to give you an example. Last season, there was times we were struggling for goals. Yes, I know we ended the season third highest in terms of goals scored and embarrassingly fifth in terms of goals conceded in the top six. But at the end of the day, you saw for yourselves. If you watch Arsenal game 90 minutes, you saw how difficult it was for us to break teams down certain times, how our strikers' conversion rate, well, not others per se, but Laka, their conversion rate kind of got us to where we needed to be towards the end of the season. It just couldn't get us over the line. So I'm hoping Nicolas Pepe comes in, gets 10 to 15 goals from the wing in the Premier League and 20 potentially in all competitions. Obviously, I'm interested to see how Emery deploys him. Will it be Obalaka 2 up top with Pepe somewhere in behind in the wings and Reece Nelson, or will we go back to a 1 up top and Oba is coming in off the wings? Who knows? All I can say is, one more time for you guys, I can smile, you know. If Arsenal Football Club give me something to smile about, then man will smile. Do you know what I mean? I might not look the happiest talking right now, but that's because the deal is not done yet. But in a couple of days, if we can get him in, if we can get Nicolas Pepe in, it will be a great move. Great move. Mark my words. A lot of people are doubting him. A lot of sour United fans, sour Tottenham fans. I've heard a few saying he's a next Trevino. I've heard United fans saying he's not world class. He's not all that. But a few months ago, them same fans were chatting the most shit about him, saying he's got so much potential, he's someone they want and this and that. At the end of the day, he is coming from what some of my mates like to say is the Farmers League, but Hazard came from the same league. Hazard came from the same club. And I'm not saying they are similar in terms of quality, because they're very different players and have very different attributes. Pepe is a lot more strong and physical than Hazard is, and Hazard is a little more diminutive and tricky than Pepe is. But essentially, Hazard is one of the best players in the world and came from France. So as much as people want to put down the league, the potential is there to see. And like I previously mentioned, 22 goals and 11 assists. The only other player aside from Messi to do that. Shows you that he is ready for the step up. Ready. And credit to him, because he's pushed Lille into a Champions League position. He's given them second spot in the league behind PSG. He's brought in the money that brings for them. And he's also going for a big sum. Do you know what I mean? So for Lille, it's a win-win situation. We need width. We need quality. He brings both of them in. And Lille needs, well, they might not need money, but they're getting money. And that's what they're about. They're not at a level of club that we are. So they're just about getting in players, improving them, selling them on, recycling, and making more money as they go along. And essentially, I look at it as, you know what, it's a marker. We're laying down a marker with this signing. Laying down a marker. But my worry is, when we signed Ozil, I felt the same. Ozil was a much bigger signing because Ozil was a world beater already. He won the World Cup. He was at Real Madrid. So us signing Ozil, even though it gives me a familiar sense of excitement, we didn't build upon that Ozil signing as good as we should have. And that's down to the mismanagement of Wenger, Gazidis, and essentially Kroenke overseeing them. So hopefully, obviously the deadwood hasn't been released yet or let go yet. Rumour has it, literally just popped up, that an Italian club has bid about 23, 24 million euros for Mustafi. I'll take that. I'll take that and promote a youth player, because Mustafi's time at Arsenal Football Club is coming to an end. And I know a lot of people saying it's sad to see him get booed yesterday, but it is what it is. He has been awful for us. How much more can fans take? Emery needs to take him out of the starting lineup. At least he needs to be out of the starting lineup, because he's not good enough. He hasn't got the quality, he hasn't got the awareness, the concentration levels to really succeed in the Premier League and really help Arsenal Football Club. So hopefully we get Pepe over the line by Wednesday. Hopefully Kieran Tierney over the line by the end of the week. But I really want to start seeing one or two players really depart in the club, and maybe Mustafi. A lot of people are mentioning Xhaka to me, and it's not going to happen with Xhaka. Xhaka's going to take a couple more years to let go, because the majority haven't realised that he's trash yet. And until they do, he's going to be here. So it is what it is. I'm just going to stick on this Pepe news, because finally we're bringing in a big name. Finally we're sorting out one of the positions that we need to sort out. And finally we're flexing our muscles a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like we went up against, what, 3 other teams for Pepe. I say 3 other teams. That was the report on Friday. I don't really believe that too much. I believe it's us and Napoli. But essentially, in years gone past, we would have lost out to Napoli. But this time, it seems that we've just paid a bit more than them, because we can, and we've got the guy. Well, it looks like we've got the guy. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if there's egg on my face in a couple of days. But it is what it is. You lot want to see me smile. You lot want to see me happy. And I am right now. I am. Best believe it's still a long way to go. And this is not going to help us challenge for titles, nothing. But I am more confident about top 4 if we can get Pepe and Tierney over the line. I'm a lot more confident about top 4. So let me know what you lot think in the comments below. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to talk too much about him, because I've done a video on him already. I've done a rumour roundup earlier touching on him. And the one I really want to do is the welcome to Arsenal Football Club, Nicolas Pepe. And then I can really go in. Then I can really be excited. Then I can really be happy and look forward to Newcastle away. But Kroenke, your job is not done yet. We need to build on this and make sure we move forward and learn from previous mistakes that Wenger and Gazidis made under your ownership. Yeah? Fix those errors. Move Arsenal Football Club forward in the manner we're meant to move forward in the manner we were told we were going to move forward in when we moved from Highbury to the Emirates. And then you'll start changing my mind a bit, you know what I mean? Like I said, I compared the excitement levels I'm at right now with the Ozil signing a few years ago. I went out and I bought the shirt when we done that, but shit didn't really improve. We won 3 FA Cups, yeah, but it was a turbulent time, roller coaster for us fans, like it always is being an Arsenal fan. So hopefully this Nicolas Pepe, we build on this, because last summer with the budget we had, in my opinion, we done well with Guendouzi, Torreira, Socrates and Leno. This year, I always said our budget is more than 45 mil, and it's found to be true right now, as you can see. But if we get Pepe and Tierney over the line without Champions League football, I believe, again, we've had a good transfer window. It's just moving forward, we've got to be a lot more proactive, a lot more depth to the backroom staff, you know, applying themselves to the areas that need fixing. By January, February this season, I expect our club, our staff to know who they want to go for in the summer. So that's the next thing I would expect to see. That's the next thing I want to see. A bit more proactive thinking, a proactive approach to things. I've mentioned it before, but it's all good and well doing all these signings. But if we don't learn from previous mistakes, this could just be another Ozil signing where for a couple of years, it bodes well. For a couple of years, we get excited and we enjoy the football. But when we look back at that time, it hasn't really filled us with any great relief from the years after moving from Highbury. At the end of the day, we have gone through a very bad time as Arsenal fans over the past decade. I know other teams are much worse off. Before people say, try being a Newcastle fan, try being a Wolves fan, try being... Listen, I know that, but Arsenal Football Club is very different. Arsenal Football Club is very big. Arsenal Football Club is a different entity to these. we should be up there challenging at the very least. Challenging. And that's what I want to see from Arsenal Football Club. But yeah, go over to my Instagram, Turkish LDN. Yeah, let me do that again. Turkish LDN on my Instagram, Turkish LDN on my Twitter. Like, retweet, subscribe, share, do all of that stuff. Apologies for the people in the background. I've got a few friends around. Do you know what I mean? A Man United fan out there. I'm about to go grill him about what his team's doing. But right now, today is the first day of the whole window that I've actually looked at and really smiled. And medical and personal terms are agreed. Surely it's done. Surely it's done, people. But yeah, love for all the support, man. Love for all the support.